Hi. In this video, I want to talk about I already mentioned the divine feminine and all that, but I would give you uh, understanding of what a distorted feminine would look like and what a divine feminine would look like. So, a divine feminine is made of highest honor. It's not a joke. It's not a small thing, because the soul has to go through a lot of journeys, even more than a divine masculine, because she has to carry both the creator and the creation energy. She has to take care of a lot of things, learn, grow, and despite all that, she has to come from a place of pure divine love and a place of wanting to care, nurture, and also defend. That's why I said she embodies both the male and the masculine and the feminine energies, and she has to balance both of them too. She has to do a lot more work than the masculine. So she has to be ready to defend and protect and be the right judge. Like I said, in my case, I have the authority to call judgment. And judgment not only on situations that concerns me, right now, in my position, on everywhere, wherever the injustice is there. So to be able to grow your soul to that level, harness that kind of power and values and principles and embody them and have the dignity and power and honor, and don't let anybody tell her she is less than that, or don't let anyone manipulate her, because she is the literal embodiment of goodness and kindness and love. Okay, like it happened in the previous lifetimes I mentioned. She has to do a lot more, not only to grow and nurture that love and kindness in the creation within, but also have to learn how to be powerful and defend. Like, don't become complacent. She cannot become complacent with just being in the feminine, because like in my case, there might be masculines who are meant to be taking care of me and doing the right things by me, and may turn around. So I should be in a position where to ruthlessly cut off who is not good for me, or defend myself, be the barrier. I may have to go to war. Like, this is the war. This is the spiritual war. So I may have to go to war and defend the entire creation, if not my own territory. I'll have to be able to do that. And still not become something that is dark or something like that. Why I mention dark, I'll tell you how the dark feminine energies work. Dark, distorted feminines. So she has to have that kind of power within her, honor within her, because and be loyal and faithful to God's plan, God's vision, because only then she can create something very, very good out of all that love, kindness and power, everything that she harnessed in the soul. Okay. So and she has to be her very pure soul. She cannot have any kind of different intentions that are not in the best for the creation, for her, for others and everything. And again, like I said, that doesn't mean she is weak or something. She's being fair, and she won't tolerate disrespect of any kind. Like, she has to be the warrior type energy. She will be nurturing, but most of the time she has to be in the warrior energy, because she's literally gonna be having a lot of wars and battles around her, spiritual or otherwise. And she has to be able to balance these two energies, both dark and light, masculine and feminine, spiritual and the physical. That's a lot. And to be able to alchemize everything so that it comes from a place of strength and love and power and goodness. And that's why she has to have that kind of power and that expansiveness in her, the flourishment, nourishment. Okay, the soul is full of life, that kind of thing. Okay, it's not about her physical strength is also going to be a lot more compared to other feminines usually. She may not look like that, but she will have. And she has very sharp mind, she has balanced and harnessed her emotions and wit, her intelligence, her ability to judgment her for own personal situations, to make judgments, to have that higher level of reasoning, to be able to have this abstract sense of tapping into things that not a normal person would be able to tap into, or look into things or view things in that level. Because she is the highest, sitting on there on the top, which means she will look at all the perspectives and comes to a fair conclusion, a wise judgment. Wisdom is the very thing you will see in a divine feminine. It's not like just going through things, studying, getting grades, getting things done. Just on a human level, people mistake it for it. Not just the knowledge. Her knowledge is on a very, 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 very superior level. It's not for everybody. She gained it through experience, by staying loyal to God, by staying true to the heart and soul and truth and justice, staying in the integrity for all through her battles, not compromising. Okay. And she's went through way too many battles, and she still came out unscathed. And she did not lose love for her, love for the creation, love for God. That's the key. That's the key. And she's emotionally available. She understands and processes and respects emotions. She's not going to get carried away by it. She's not going to use them in an abusive way. Again, you will see why in the dark feminine aspect. She will not abuse it or misuse it. She will use it to understand better about herself, to see what the other person in front of her might be going through, to be she won't have to do anything, but for her capacity to understand it and respect it and just leave it at that. She won't manipulate things. She will do things right by the law in the physical, spiritual and at the universal level. She doesn't feel the need. She honors truth so much. You will see it in her. She will never manipulate anything in her life. Not energy, not words, not intelligence, not emotions, not her sexual energy, not her confidence, not her power, not her authority, not her wisdom, not her magical powers in her, not her healing, not her body, not her mind, not her soul, nothing. She only operates in truth at all costs. She has this high sense of cutting through bullshit because she has to. Mind, power, authority, the sense of leadership, to own her power and to get things done, to be determined, to make things happen, to push through challenges, and not. She will not have the need to show weakness. She don't even have to pretend to be powerful. She is powerful. And she's going to respect and honor her herself. She will not let anybody do anything that is not of truth. Just like she embodies the truth, she literally embodies the truth. Just like she embodies the truth and honesty and dignity in her, she will expect the same from everybody around her in the entire creation. She will be ruthless and unapologetic about it. She will not tolerate anything less than the pure, 100% unadulterated truth for what it is. And truth coming from a place of right motivation and good intentions. She is abundant and full of life. Like I said, her soul is full of life and power, powerful, pure energy. So she's full of life. Okay, she can easily be able to relate and understand and see clearly people on all levels of the society, from the lowest to the highest. And she'll be, like I said, she is always going to be seeing things on a very, 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 very higher perspective, because she's built that way. She has owned it. She went through the battles, and she did the work, like how to use her mind, how to use her heart, how to use her emotions, how to use her energy, how to use her power, her intelligence, her senses, her gifts, her intuitions, okay, her powers, her authority, her ability to create things, and create things for what intentions, to keep the intentions clear and pure, to manage it, to travel through the journeys, and still hold on and be true to who she is. And she will have a balanced ego. She's not going to get carried away by ego. Ego has a purpose, because it requires for the whole idea of self and role on this planet and all that. She will not abuse the ego. She will not fall for the ego trips that like only low-level people do. Okay, she knows how to use it in a constructive way for herself. Like I said, ego is very important for boundaries. If you notice, someone is going to come and misbehave with you. You have to show them their place. She has to show them their place. So instead of going to a place of cheap, petty place, she knows how to use her ego for constructive purposes. And to use it, she has to use it sometimes, definitely. She won't get carried away by it, that's the thing. She has a very balanced ego. She won't do things for the sake of the ego, for the sake of fulfilling anything, because she has known to feel secure in herself. Because insecure people are full of ego. They are empty on the inside, both mind, heart, everywhere. They know they are a nobody. So they have to put on a show all the time and feel the need to cross boundaries, dominate others and all that. This person is like a literal queen. She will stand on the top. She's secure in herself. She owns herself. She's stable and secure in who she is, and she doesn't feel the need to get approval or validity from somebody for her existence or not. It's the God and it's herself. That's all that matters the most. She doesn't feel the need to say things when there is no need to say, or do things when there is no need to do. She knows all that. She knows how to hone peace within her, not to wait for somebody else or expect for somebody else to create it for her. All that that God has intended for a beautiful creation, she will literally hone all of it within herself. She will be a literal embodiment of all of that. She knows how to respect energy, money, time, effort, skills, money, how to make it, how to spend it, where to spend it, where not to spend it. Be diligent, be practical, be realistic, be honorable about it. She knows the limits for everything, right? So she understands all that power and still holding all that power in a human body, and still be able to do it and do it with grace. And her loyalty will always be with the God, the universal divine source. So these are all the major qualities that you would see in a true divine feminine. There's a lot of people running around claiming themselves to be that, and there's a lot of craze around it and all that. And I don't care, I'm just saying These are all the qualities that will be shown. She takes good care of her. She is natural. She doesn't, like I said, she doesn't use any of her energy, including emotional or sexual energy, for anything other than for her own well-being, healing, goodness, and creation of something within her. She will not use it to get something from others, or abuse it, or use it, or manipulate it in any way, shape, or form. And she's going to be very honest about it. You will know from the way she carries. You will see from the way she behaves. So here we can slip into the dark feminine, the distorted feminine aspects very easily. She is all the opposite of this. She is imbalanced on all levels. So when it comes to money, she wants to show off. She wants it, she craves it, she wants domination of others, she wants to control others, she wants the power, she wants to be on the top, so that she can trample on others. She wants to use her power so she can gain something out of it. Ego. She operates from a place of ego, an unhealed, unimbalanced energy. She doesn't really respect money because most of the time she is a gold digger. Most of the times, no, she is a gold digger. She doesn't earn anything by herself. She doesn't even know how to. She has never worked on herself internally enough to make something useful out of her life. She has not earned enough in the right way, and she has not spent in the right way. Even if she spends, she wants to show off, she wants the clout, the power, the kind of social circle, that she wants everybody to look up to her and say, compliment her. She's insecure, she's always looking for fishing for compliments, looking for someone to say nice things about her. It's sometimes so sad that even when she knows that the other person is not being honest when they give the compliment, she's still okay with it because she's fake. She's okay with hanging around with fake people who she knows they are giving compliments because everything in her life is transactional. Everybody in her life has a particular transactional value to her. She uses and abuses people. She uses and abuses the sexual energy to get ahead in life. She might even sell herself off. She has no respect for morality, rightness, goodness, honesty, or dignity, and most importantly, justice. There is no fairness when she does things. She's always gonna abuse and misuse her emotions on others. Either she plays the pity party role, or she plays the total cold and closed off, manipulative. Oh, you do this to me. You made me do this. In a way, a pure narcissistic, because she manipulates emotions of others to get what she wants. She manipulates her emotions to get out of situations where she don't want to get caught, where she did something sneaky and she got caught. She will use words in a very, very critical way. She cannot stay positive at all. She's always interested in picking people apart. She's criticizing, she's putting someone down, she's making comments. She's always trying to use words, how do I say, to just either get approval or to feel important. Maybe just mimicking rather than meaning it. Her heart is closed off, she's cold. She would rather use herself and others for benefits and money and all sorts of clout, rather than she would respect herself, to open the heart and actually be able to laugh at things or smile at things. She will not have smile or laugh on her unless someone that she hates, or someone that has the admirable qualities are above her, and they are suffering, or somewhere in her twisted mind she will have a very twisted logic, disgusting logic, demented logic, where she has to see someone above as in some way, shape or form below for her to feel better. So she cannot smile or laugh heartfully. When she's laughing, it's because she's insulting or mocking somebody or laughing at somebody. And she needs to be around people for that to happen. She cannot stay alone. She doesn't even know how to sit on herself and reflect on herself. She will not be able to do that. She'll go crazy if she does that. Most of them practice black magic, dark magic, because not only do they abuse intelligence and mind and thoughts and mouth and words and heart and emotions and sexual energy, and misuse and abuse power also, like money also, okay, involving in corruption, bribery, abuse of power, these kind of things. Everything about her is sneaky, underhanded, because she operates in the dark and she refuses to grow above that. So the same way she manipulates all this, she usually ends up wanting to manipulate energies also. Because if you are already in that dark, it goes to say that they are always going to end up practicing some kind of magic or other. Because they only take relationships that are in some way profitable for them. So imagine not a lot of people will be able to stay around them for that long who value themselves. Okay. So they have to keep them by force, by manipulation, by keeping them in illusion, trap them somehow. So they will dibble and dabble in magic. But they will most likely do it in secret. Because they want to put on a show, they want to put on an image of an honorable person in the front. Okay, they're all about appearances, right? Someone looking up to and complimenting them and all that for ego. So they will not do it in the open, because they still know it's an ugly practice, but they want it because nobody stays with that kind of person. Not a lot of people will not. Not until they do some kind of spell or magic or illusion, or maybe they manipulate men who are emotionally available. They will never get healthy relationships. But their problem, another major problem with this operating in dark feminine energy is they cannot see two people, men and women together happy. When they see that two people are actually happy, laughing together, spending time together and all that, she has to go in between them and break up. Or hijack the man out of the relationship. Oh, he seems like a good man, I want it. You see that? It's so ugly. So they may even use sexual energy, seduction. She will use her body. She will use her body parts to seduce. She will expose herself too much. She will try to use fake compliments, whatever way, shape or form. She will always try to hijack the man that is emotionally available and decent or good, and is taking good care of his family or his wife and the girlfriend. She has to come in between them. She always has to be, that's why all these distorted energies, both masculine and feminine, are typically narcissistic. They have to come in between. They always engage themselves in third parties, that's why. If two people are engaging in some way, shape or form, they cannot leave it like that. They have to come in between and control the whole narrative, communication, love, emotion, information. The whole relationship will be hijacked. Because they want the control or they want to break them apart. And they just cannot have anything healthy in their life. But if someone is having, they have to go in between. They have to prostitute themselves and destroy what's good in the relationship, what is going on between other two people. They will even enjoy it doing to their close people who they are very friendly to them, assuming friends and all that. So they will break up the friend and the man out of the relation. She maintains the friendship on one side with this girl who will be crying over the breakup, and she will be listening to the stories and feeling happy and powerful inside. She will also be fucking or dealing with the dude that she broke up, she hijacked the relationship with, and she will be dealing with him separately on the other side. So two people who are broken, and then she will deal with them separately also. That kind of messed up, very, very dark, messed up thing I'm talking about. I am giving this example because you would have seen these kind of people a lot. These are all dark feminines. These are all witches. Because any woman of value, any divine feminine, any feminine of value would never put herself in a position where she has to go beg or fight or argue or use some kind of manipulation to break somebody apart to get a man. Like, that's the lowest, saddest thing to do. ugly, very ugly, to break people apart like that, so that you can get something, or at the very least you can see the pain of two people and then have some kind of a sick satisfaction out of it. That's what they do. And they use and abuse anything in their life. They use and abuse. They overuse it, they abuse it. And since they refuse to heal, most of them have these habits of involving themselves in too much drinking or drug or too much sex, some kind of addictions. And they are also into criminal and illegal activities. They, by default, if you are dark, you are already gone. The pathway is totally different. It has nothing to do with decency, legalities, and boundaries. Like I mentioned the other video, where people like to insert themselves into others' lives, they are already perverted, because that's a perverted behavior. Because a respectful person watches two people enjoy, feels good about it, and walks away. You see? They won't feel the need to go and insert themselves and break them apart. I will use sexual energy to seduce the male, and then I will betray this woman and break her heart, and then do black magic in the behind scenes. I will throw love spells so that this person, this man who now broke it, will now be crazy about me. Obsession is caused by love spells. It's not a natural behavior. And then this guy will hold on to me, emotionally manipulating him and keeping him. Even in marriages, they emotionally manipulate emotionally available men. That is why they pick and choose emotional available men, so that they don't go ahead and find emotionally available women, and they will have a healthy relationship. She will keep him there and abuse him emotionally, abuse him physically, financially. She will hit him also. She will have temper issues. She will hit him. She will act all nice in the public, doesn't matter, like a narcissist. But in behind closed doors, she's very nasty to him. But since he is a nice man, and then she puts him down a lot. She makes him question himself, and then she uses and abuses him for money and stability. And then she uses and abuses his emotions by having kids with him, or maybe even burdening him with somebody else's kids and forcing him to take care of them. In even worse cases, I've seen where it will be somebody else's kid, but they pretend it to be his kid and then trap him in a relationship or marriage, and then make him take care of something that's not theirs. They go to all these ugly lengths just to have a man. Just like the ugly lengths that the distorted masculine has went to destroy the feminine, because both of them, if you see, their core operation is greed and jealousy and envy. They have it, I want it. Or they have it, I don't like it, I want to destroy it. You see? So the operating principle at the fundamental level is not truth, justice, integrity, character, respect and all that. It's always about greed, jealous and envy, control and power over somebody, because they don't have any of it within themselves, first of all. So both of them come from a place of jealous and envy. And so it defines their entire life, lifestyles and every area of their life. They'll hide and pretend because they love the pretenses. They love to manipulate and deceive and cheat people, because they are stealing from the very people that they trust them, that they think they are friend or colleague or superior or peer or family, right? And to do that, what they should do? Mask. They will always be shifting and differing the mask based on the people, places, situations and scenarios. And they are all about deceiving and exploiting others. And in order to attract victims, they put on this show of all this nice guy, good guy, this and that and all that. But if you are an authentic person, you will always be able to sense them. And then there are a lot of people who would like to fit in rather than be themselves. These kind of people just compromise and go along with this kind of people. But everybody in the end, when they are dealing with this kind of people, will end up getting exploited, deceived, and totally blindsided by whatever they've been taken advantage of. Women or men or children, whoever. They don't take care of themselves. They don't take care of their life, whatever it is, every area of their life, be it children, be it home, be it their careers, be it their skills, be it their intelligence, be it anything. They have very little, if there is any emotion or any intelligence. Even that very little, they use it on others to abuse or twist it around and use it for negativity and gossip. Oh my God, I forgot this thing. These women love to gossip all the time. They hate, they come from a place of hatred. This is another common emotion. They hate everybody around them. Because see, they are at such a low level, everybody will be better than them on some level. They have to make comments, they have to gossip, they have to slander, they have to character assassinate, they have to comment on everybody, they have to put down everybody, they have to criticize everybody. They have to create divisions between people who are otherwise nice or civil to each other. They like the uncivility. Okay, they gossip a lot, they criticize a lot. They are always jealous of everybody and everybody. And gossip is the number one thing. They cannot live without it. They use their mouth for all sorts of nasty things. They cannot use it for one good thing. The words and what comes out of their mind. So always destructive. And that's another reason you should watch out for, because these are all witches. Because they want that negativity and the seed of hatred to develop and cause negativity on the other person, which means they are not just doing it with mouth, they are dibbling and dabbling in magic. These kind of people use spellings and word magic and those kind of illusions around. They create illusions with their mouths. They talk too much. They talk way too much, to an extent where you feel nauseated around them. They don't give gaps. They don't give gaps like normal people do. Their conversation is not actually flowing naturally. They just, there is a word for when it comes to narcissistic behavior. Word salad. It's literally like that. Word vomit. Words keep vomiting out of their mouth. There is no processing there. There is no intelligible things there. There is all negativity, and then they want to keep you fogged up like, what are they even talking about? There is this kind of behavior is the most common thing. If they are silent, it's only because they are observing and taking notes, because they are jealous of somebody and they are so shocked or so angry that they cannot even speak. But their eyes will tell you everything. They will be looking at somebody like this. If I get a chance to kill you and get away with it, I'm going to do it. That kind of energy. So both distorted masculine and feminines, they are all mostly similar. They all come between people, and they all come between they cannot live and they cannot let anybody live. And to be put very briefly, these are the behaviors you should be watching out for if you are looking for a feminine who is on the dark side. And if you want to improve your quality of your life, you better stay away from that kind of woman. They want you to dress a certain way, they want you to talk a certain way, they want you to seek their approval. Okay, they are all about this kind of obsessive, negative control behavior. They cannot see somebody else just be themselves. They want some other woman or man or whoever to come to them for opinions or all this. Otherwise their ego is hurt. Oh, she thinks she's better than me. That cannot. These are the words she typically uses, either openly or in her head. So they cannot see growth of any kind. So if you are a growth minded people, don't brush it off as she's like that sometimes, that kind of very casual. If you are serious about your personal growth, stay away from snakes like this. These snakes bring a lot of destruction into your life. And be ruthless when you cut them off. Ruthless.